Oh, yeah. Now is the next verse. It goes like this. It says like this. At the beginning, since the determination to become free is the heart or head of the Dharma, they realize that from the God realm of Tushita above down to the three inferior state below, the realms of the samsara are like a pit of the fire, and that they must train in the path of the three yanas. The head of the Dharma, it is saying, the determination to be free, or the renunciations. Why we need to renunciation? For the suffering of the samsaric situations. And therefore, generally, it's very much helpful, kind of the negative things. If we have some renunciation to some negative activities or negative things. For example, we come to say alcohols, like kind of the drug, and this sort of. And once you drink, once you like kind of take it, and you beginning like enthusiastically, you accepted that you wanted to eat or drink. And then it's afterwards, of course, is our worldly, maybe it is a little negative. And same sort of other activities, killing, stealing things. Some is doing negative things. But for ourselves, like, as I said, it's like drink, taking dog, this kind of. But then it's like a result, all the times, never good. Drink too much alcohol, and take kind of smoke, drug, this kind of. Finally, maybe life is become horrible, or maybe finally is sick person. And then it's like a kind of telling to our minds, I should to have hesitation to eat and to drink like this. Anyway, result is not good. Kind of the renunciation, determined like kind of the mind, decide. It's like we telling to ourselves, I won't do it. I wouldn't do it. I don't want to eat. It is, I understand, this kind of the, how to say, touching, give kind of the advice to our own self. It's an inner hesitation is occur, then it's outer, it's like things are very easily to stop. And therefore, normally samsaric activities is it's not a very good kind of the situations. For example, we are not much realizations, others' situations. And like, for example, really in the base of the human beings concerning, in this world, one really person is like me, or one consciousness I have. And others is really, they are alive, we all the time concerning like this. And I don't know really others are really suffering or not. But then it's the similarity of ourselves, humans, sure, it's a human. Then it's like, surely, it's like same. But then it's like compared to the animals, we are never concerning. Oh, maybe they haven't got maybe mind, they're just a vegetable. But now it's a scientific perspective, they research. It's like even the animals is the same as we are. And they have such a feeling of the happiness and the sorrow. Like this, it's like generally it's very much according to our own concerning. Then we can to kill to others, and how much others are suffering or feeling, we are not much to care. And also when we are stealing someone's things and taking, it doesn't matter big or bankrupt or small. And anyway, it is like any kind of, when we take from others, we are a little bit kind of happy. Oh, I found it. Even like some is the good country, good educated areas, like compassionate, someone you find in the street, I don't want to take this. Maybe who is lost, I need to give information, I want to give back. Of course, these persons understand other feelings. For example, we can to see we lost €1, 50 cents. Sometimes we lost. I lost it. How much we are like kind of concerning, and exactly some when we take others' belongings, it's not very good. But we don't know others like kind of situations. For example, someone's stolen to the others' things. Say, we got it now. Say, the owner is very much suffering, very much running, checking. It's like kind of almost dying, but doesn't matter. And I got this. And then it's a compassionate, educated, and really to like understand the other situations. I'm stolen, I got it, but owner is same as myself. It's a big suffering, big, really nervous, horrible life like situations. No, not good. Give back. Kind of, I have my own experience. Last year I was near the coast in this Portugal. I don't know, there's like kind of one monument, big. I was there and making picture, and quite with my teacher, excitement. There are a lot of trees, and my pocket was opened, and someone took my wallet. Inside my passport, driver license, identity card, everything. And then it's lost, and I asked to him, and he was so much worried. And then I think it's difficult to go back to by flight. I called to the Matthew, you should to go to the Maison Commune. I need to find some document. And calling, what can I do? Rinpoche's prayer. And someone said, this is yours. My wallet carrying, someone said, this is maybe yours, giving back. It's a kind of, how do you say it? New life is coming. So happy. And do you have money inside? I forgot it. I don't know the notes, how much I have, but I immediately check my passports there, all the bank cards there, and the driver license identity card. That's it. And we made the picture. Maybe I'm not sure. The stolen itself, or okay. Sometimes maybe I'm wearing this monk cloth, and maybe first they took. There's not. I haven't got much notes, just money. It's just not good. We will give back. But I says I want to give money. They say no, we don't want. We found on the stair or something on the ground, but of course not. But they took. And then it's a give back. Wow, it's really so. It's kind of fresh air is coming, you know. It's like this. If we are like to others stolen, this kind of, and then it's I need to stop really to others. And then it's a renunciation to do this kind of the like determined. I don't want to do it. Like then it's like finally result is not good. I'm making suffering to other sentient beings. Then it's automatically you never do it. Then it's like become more honest, direct. Like this is therefore we're talking about renunciation, hesitate, determined mind. And we should, for example, negative things doing. If we will kill, absolutely such making suffering to others, stolen exactly like this. And then this opposite, we try to the safe and try to the to stop and to be generous to these things. It's a kind of happiness. And also the influence, the influence. I mean, in the relatively, when we analyze, really in the philosophically, when we analyze in the relatively, everything is come from the cause. Without a cause, there's nothing truly existence. For example, all this green vegetations itself has a cause, and of course, basically, all the green things, everything grow up in the earth, and they also rely on the 5 elements, and everything. But some in the situations cause or something, someone's very much eatable, someone's cannot eatable. It's very much poisonous. And like this is in the relatively, whatever we create the cause, and then the consequence, it is the coming like this. And therefore, we doing the negative. To create the negative cause, we need a renunciation, hesitation, to do some negative things for ourselves or to do negative things to the others. And also we need the renunciation, we need hesitation to the negative result. For example, when we eat poison, or maybe it's for example, we can to say, if you kill, if you stolen these things, maybe finally the result, we need to go to prisoner, maybe some others to kill to us, and the consequences not pleasant, it's all the time negative. And like this, to be clever things, very important. It's we rely on the teacher or the Buddha or God, or doesn't matter. In the relatively, we should to be clever, to have the discriminating wisdom, what is a really positive cause and negative cause. That is the very important. Positive cause is function and very, very much functionality, result is the positive. Negative cause also functionality is naturally produce the negative things. And to have this the discriminating and distinction between these two kind of the activity or two cause, and then we understand the result affective. All the times we can in the relative, the result is totally depends the the cause. Even for example, this machine is good or bad, absolutely depends that these companies who created that. And these creators really precise, make nice result or the consequence of these machines may be fantastic. Exactly like this, it's like a good result if we need, good cause we need. Even the barley and the rice, any kind of grow up things, you need good cause, like seed, and the good result. And therefore, for example, it's a tomorrow. For example, today our situation, good, bad, very much depends the arrangement of the yesterday. Yesterday, everything's arranged very well. For example, last night, everybody's running and to prepare to make the comfortable, settle question and do that. Today is very comfortable. Yesterday, tomorrow I think it's okay and relax. Then this morning and start, it's maybe chaos. It's not very good preparations. Okay, yesterday. Then it's the same as tomorrow. It's something appearance like a good or bad. Maybe today our arrangement. This is not a religious word. This is not the kind of someone's giving to the obligation. It is a relative truth, absolutely. And therefore, today is to more to concerning the good things. For example, in the Buddhist perspective, there's a 10 negative action, 10 is like positive actions included, like killing, stealing, like sexual misconduct. Is like 3 relate to the body, 4 relate to the verb, 3 relate to the mind. And this one to have clearly into our minds to stop, and then is a positive actions, more good things occur. For example, even the science sometimes say now, if you all the time kill to other sentient beings, even the animals, they say it is in the brain, there is the life is more and more short, and they receive more and more disease because they influence others. For example, if we can kill to the animal, of course, humans, obviously the human others says, why you kill me? And like kind of how much is like a bad wish to us. For example, animals exactly like this. One we kill is like this. Therefore, killing, stealing, these things is like a negative means, is like a influence to us. Sickness, short life, and also a lot of problems occurring like this. Then in our life to have suitable, to have nice, successful, and it's like all the wishes become the like naturally fulfillment. How much we are happy. In this case, it's like this kind of the negative things. The negative, to stop the negative thing. Negative consequence is we call the samsara. Samsara is nothing truly existence. 100% there's nothing. But samsara is like a negative consequence, negative result. That is very important. And then I'm talking about renunciation means it's like, that is not a very good result. I should to stop. It's like then when we give education, our own discipline, our own decision, our own like kind of determined mind us to stop best like kind of solution. For example, we can sometimes follow the spiritualities, and that is the like discipline. That is like samayas. That is like kind of the moral discipline. And there are many spiritualities has different discipline, but I think it's in the Buddhist perspective, there's not very much discipline. Discipline, self-discipline, we need to taking care ourselves. It's like say, don't eat the poisons. That is the discipline. If we say, why? You will die. You will, it's like suffering yourself. You should to stop to eating the poisons. It's the truth. It is to stop the eating poisons. It's not a benefit for God. It's not a benefit for Buddha. It's not a benefit for teacher. It is not a benefit to others. Benefit for ourselves. Like this kind of, there is some activities. It's better to stop because some activities is making the cause. This cause is create the samsaras. And therefore, sometimes doing negative things, we needed renunciation, really, really to renunciations. Without that, it's like a kind of become the, like addict coming. It's like, for example, when we study, when we doing things, and then useless things doing, and we lost our time, precious, because we haven't got much there's time. We need to do some important. Of course, sometimes life is long-lived, but sometimes life is very, very, very fast and very quickly. And then as the time is passing by, we lost like this to urgently, a little quickly, like kind of renunciately. I say, I want to do something. It's important to things. And also when we analyze, it's like a kind of the above of the akanishta. Above is akanishta means generally it's like in the Buddhist cosmology perspective, we have like 3 steps in our word. And one is like based, there's universal in ourselves. And some is a living being a little bit higher in the space. It's like there is the form, but very difficult to see. And then it's like this, then it's the top of there is, it's just some living beings, it's mentally, there's no physically. But this, the second in the top of there is, we call the That is our word top pick. It's like there is like we call the like realm or the country or one planet. You can call the Akanish. That's it. Both that until below the health. Between there is like a, it's really it's like a, it's a samsara we call all these cycles. It is there is like a difficult to have some happiness or something is the like kind of the wonderful place. It's like a little bit pit of the fire. Say, when we sitting on the fire, it's difficult to rest. Burning under the like our body. Like this is in the samsara is wherever little bit kind of to analyze is be to kind of freedom is very important, and therefore it's like once we understood the defects of the samsara, and then it's like we need to be free from that. Then there is like we call the three yanas. Three yanas is like the principal Buddha's teaching. It is like a first basic level, and second is like more secondary or the high school, and then there's a third one is like a more university educations. You can to say like this, and this like kind of three yanas, three lessons, and three kind of the subject matters like, and then it's like first we call the text Vinayana schools, and then is the Sutayana school, Abhidamayana school. And this kind of the three yanas, or you can to say like this, and also this the classes or the coding the students like same as the like we can to say primary school, secondary school like this, and they're called the Shavaka Pachika Buddha schools, and it's the Bodhisattvas, and then it's like more highs you can to say. Or Shavaka, Pachika, and the Bodhisattvas school. And this we call the three yanas, and we should to enter inside to study, analyze. It's like a way of the doing science way, how it is, what is the really positive, what is the really negative. It's not given someone's mysterious. That is the most important. For example, these modern times we believe the science. Why? We hope science to find something in our planets. Like for example, these green things. Someone's really medicine, someone's very eatable, someone's very useful, others. The scientific the analysis. And someone's like kind of really poison, you should to avoid taking care. And then they say it is like this is not kind of mysterious. It is the truth. And we can to say, science say like this, maybe it's truth. Like this, in the relatively, there is something is like good and bad. Then it's the three schools, three yana schools, and it's vehicles. Also they are talking about that. In the basically, what is the relatively truth, what is not truth. You do like this, then you can to become advantageous like this to understand the realities. And therefore, these three yanas to study, it is the most important like this. And then is the next verse. I haven't got number, probably you have numbered, but in the middle, since the bodhicitta is the body of the Dharma, they realize that all beings are their parents, and that they must give rise to the uncontrived, heartfelt wish to attain Buddhahood for their benefit. Generally, the consummate, or the centralized, or really the main, the crucial point of the Buddha's teaching of the Dharma, it is the bodhicitta, compassions. And that is the really, really important. And also we're talking about the compassions. Compassions, not normal compassions, impartial compassions. That means it's like concerning the impartially to everybody, included animals, we come to say it's like this. It is like I'm constantly like my family or my society or my something, or I'm constantly only the humans. Not like this. All the transmigrations, any kind of the sentient beings, it is like same as our parents, same as ourselves. We can just think. For example, it's like them are our relative, maybe them are our family, they may be our dearest, and we should to concern it to them though. Then it's like there are such as the kind of the benefit. For example, generally we're talking about the compassion. Compassion is like there is a basic compassion and the advantageous compassion. Basic compassion is like kind of aspiration and enthusiastic. When we look at each other, when we look any as this person is like or beings same as me, and very much hurry up day and night doing something. And why? Because it's like for the happiness, it's the sake of the like kind of the sorrow. Try to collect the happiness, try to avoid the sufferings. It's the same as the me. I mean like a day and night running, doing, concerning, thinking about why. If I'm really to think, because for my happiness, because for my sufferings. For example, we can to say it's like, oh, today is a wonderful weather and a wonderful place, wonderful food, everything's so fantastic. Wow, I'm so happy. See. There is a happy. This happiness I need forever. And maybe someone's, today I'm headache, not good weather, and not good family, not good the food. How I can to avoid, this kind of, I don't want to be all the times. Then it's like this. Something unpleasant situations we try to avoid. Something to have like, this is our really relative realities. This is, we are constantly like this. Then is realize that then we can to provide to the other sentients. Everybody is the same. And it doesn't matter insect. For example, when we look at those ants, they are running. They are like very much busy. They are carrying all the different grasses. They talk about which grass is delicious, which grass we cannot eat. And they say, this is our territories. This is our queens, and has queen. And then they protect. They are moving one place to other place. And also we are same. And the same as we look at the birds, wild animals, and our own like the humans, like kind of cats, dog, cows, horse, and like this, even the fish. Everything is like each transmigrations also is like they're doing like this. They are same as we are, and then we can to concern it to them. May all of them to quickly to be free, and may all of them is like kind of to have the happiness. It is a wonderful. I need that. You need happiness. Everybody need happiness. This is a compassion. This, and of course inside the feeling is slowly is coming. The beginning is to pray. May all the sentient beings to be quickly to be from the suffering. Is aspiration bodhicitta. But you are not really is like your compassion, not advantageous. And it says, may all the sentient beings to achieve the great happiness. Why not? For example, we can to say this one being is happy. For example, when we see the rich, when we see the powerful person, when we see some beautiful woman, handsome guy, very good. I'm rejoicing. This person's handsome. This person's beautiful. This person is rich. Maybe may become more rich, more beautiful. This is basic kindness, basic like kind of the bodhicitta. That is the like rejoice and the wonderful is like, and like there's almost no jealous. This is antidote of the jealousy. Sometimes we say it's like we see some rich or some intelligence, but it's I want to better to this person. And there's one beautiful lady, nothing. I'm more beautiful. Oh, there's one handsome, not handsome, I'm handsome. It's just this kind of jealousies, this kind of rivalry, this kind of competition is not a part of the compassions. So why not? To others to be happy. And that is like a wonderful. Constantly like this, there's such benefit, such virtue, such kind of the meritorious. And this is like kind of the best purification for the hours. Sometimes these compassionate, for example, some is a Buddhist, really good practitioners. When they sick, and they say, oh yeah, I'm sick, but maybe it's good. Maybe my sickness is the representative of all the sentient beings' sickness. And I'm purified. I'm like kind of taking the others like kind of uncomfortable. Then sickness is become the like a virtuous, become the like kind of, and sometimes sickness is disappeared naturally, automatically. And there's in the Buddhist practitioner, they say the practice the tolerance. I want to give all the good things to others. I want to take it's like bad things to me, other sentient beings. But reality is never coming bad. You are all the times better and better naturally. You concerning something benefit for others, your wishes become the automatically true, wonderful. If you concerning very bad things to others, then our wish, activity, life is going down. Therefore, it's the compassion, impartial compassion. And the bodhicitta is like a wonderful, like a basic bodhicitta is a compassion. It's like kind of aspiration to have some kindness, cheerful, open, and like kind of the narrow mind. It's like not narrow mind. Like this is the part of the compassion we can to say. It's the basic dharma, foundation of the dharma. Really, we can to top of that, the Buddha's teaching or practice things is very easily to settle. That is the most important. Advantage of bodhicitta said, then it's really you acting. And advantage is like the bodhicitta said, you giving like kind of something. You is like dedicated to others, to your body, speech, mind, to contribute benefit for the others, like kind of called the transcendent generosity, transcendent. Really is like very much generosity. And that means it's like you don't need to give everything to others, but all the times try to our best to really is like each moment to support through bodily, to help to others, and to be kind, never showing aggressive things. And this kind of like body generosity is verbally to be very kind. It's like kind of make joke. You go to in England, I don't know they mind it, but when you go to the restaurants, oh darling, what would you like to drink? Oh love, how are you? How's going on today? But it's very nice. It's like I like very much this kind of. It is a release, and like yesterday I was in the supermarket. Most Portuguese people also like this. They, I'm not looking for the girlfriend, okay? But there's two girls, and it's a very kind and supporting, smiling, and try to explain like this. And then there's one girl says, please, can you buy one knife? I'm selling to this one, and I give you some present. And it's kind of supporting. And there's nothing other interest, but it's a kindness. It's a very sympathetic. It's just to, of course, we are paying the money, but they collect, they give, explain, and like this, it's a wonderful, warm heart. It's like we are very happy. With me, there's one guys, they couldn't close the mouth, smiling. And just natural like this, really is this is also generosity. It's really when you be in the family situations, inside us, make a joke, service each other, and like this is generosity. You don't need specifically. For example, even you be in your families, and all the time it looks like something happened. Let's go to outside, as you wish. I want to do something. Would you like a cup of tea? I don't. Give me hot water. No, it's like delightful. Then it's generosity close. To be is like to make someone's like in the families. It's all the time. It's like there's make party kind of to be inside. Oh, some children's very happy, partners very happy, relatives very happy, and this is generosity, you know. And bodily like this, verbally to say kind, mentally also. Then it's like yes, I want to how I can to make others happy. Then it's a perfect generosity. This is the really actually advantage of bodhicitta. Disciplines, we say talking about advantage of compassion, the discipline. And discipline means it's like each moment. For example, there's a compassion that says when you go into the between people or something, very gently, respectfully. Then it's like coming to this very arrogantly. It's not really discipline. And like a kind of body discipline, verb discipline, mental discipline, all the time is to try to stop, to argue others, and also to stop that, to, how do you say, making unhappy to the others. It's like to the others, something is, how do you say, don't want to make the offend, you can to say, like something is like making unhappy. And like this is also discipline. And then of course the patience, it is like we call the advantage of bodhicitta, like a transcendent of the patience, to really to practice patience. And other sentient beings, according to their ignorant, they disturb too very much. For example, last night in my bedroom, there's 2 flies enter inside, and they are landing to everywhere. Of course, it's not comfortable, but I thought it's like, what can I do? And I need to practice patience. And someone said the mosquitoes fly, and then I just go away. I want to sleep. Put the sleep back in the head and like this. And of course others, why they are flying to come to me, maybe they want to get food. They are hungry. They are like kind of same as we are. And like this, sometimes other sentient beings, they are very much stupid. They are very much ignorant. They sometimes make a lot of mistake. We cannot immediately to kind of the kill or to kind of the angry or to like this. It's like a kind of practice patience. This is really to constantly others stupid, constantly the others disturbing emotion, constantly to the others mistake things, then to practice the best compassions like this. And then it's like kind of there's a diligent paramata, just to constantly how I can to do something to other sentient beings, day and night diligently doing some positive things, best advantage of compassion. Then is the meditation. Also is of course you can to meditate on the nature of your mind. The same time is like also you constantly which you can do to make the happy, how I can to make the liberate all the sentient beings, meditative concentrations. And the last we call the advantage of compassion activity of the transcendent wisdom. We need to wisdom also a little bit kind of like how we can to help. It's to help to the other sentient beings. We need to wisdom them. Sometimes we help to others, but the receiver of the help maybe is negative. And in this perspective, we need wisdom, through the wisdom, and to really what sentient beings need. Sentient beings, who someone needs coffee, we need to give coffee, not tea. If someone's wish to have tea, we cannot give coffee, we need to give tea. Whatever, like this. And also it's like some in the Buddhism pray to say, it's like, may I will become the nurse, may I become the doctor, may I become the medicine, may I become the whatever sentient beings need. Needed means If they don't need, we pee. There is something. It's very strange. For example, we can see some in Westerns says when they try to drink Tibetan exotic Himalaya butter tea, and they say it's delicious. Then if you often it's this extraordinary tea, maybe headache, stomach problem afterwards. Please don't give me this tea. But you still says I want to give them. It's not very good. And like this, sentient beings has some own wish, and maybe it's like if they need to wish some negative things, it's not. But whatever positive things is we wish. This is like we call the advantage of compassion. Advantages like kind of extraordinary compassion. That is the body of the it's the Dharma. We need like kind of this kind of attitude, altruistic mind, sympathetic, cheerful, openness. It's a really kind of mind, uncontrived, not a kind of contrived. It's like kind of artificial. Really, sincerely, it's correct, my English? Okay, honest. It's really truthfully to concern to the other sentient beings. Then they call the Bodhisattva. It is the really enter into the path of the Dharma.